Hi everybody, my name is Nicole Legister, and today we are going to look on how do we worship God when He take us out of sickness, through problems, take us out of all these things. How do we give Him praise? We make promise to the Lord when we are sick that if you, Lord, help me to come out of this sickness, how I will praise you, how I will give you everything in me. And on that sick bed, you make that promise to the Lord that you will give Him your life. You will turn your life over to Him, and you will stop doing the things that you have been doing that is not right to the Lord. And you make all these promises on your sick bed. In your problem, if the Lord take you out of this, how you will worship Him, how you will give Him all the praise, and then the Lord have take you out of it. And when the Lord take you out of it, many persons forget the promise that they made on their sick bed. They forget how they said they were going to worshiping God, how they said that they would give God their all, how they said they're going to give God their life. Many persons forget the promise that they made on their sick bed. And yet the Lord is still saying, here am I. Here am I. Remember the promise that you make. Some people will remember the promise and still ignore it because they just make it because they wanted to come out of it. But God is still calling us as, people in this world, that when we make a promise, we must try to keep that promise unto the Lord, because God is expecting for us to keep the promise, to serve Him, to honor Him, and to do what you said in your sick bed, how you worship Him. It's not the good that we have done why God have given us a second chance of life, a second chance when we are sick and get out of it. It's not the good that we have done. It's not the good that you have done. But He's expecting of you that when you make that promise to say you're going to surrender to God, that you will do it. Not you will go the left or go the right and do your own thing. No. He's still remembering the promise that you made on your sick bed. And He's expecting of you to follow through your promise. You know how it feels when someone make a promise to you, telling you they're going to give you this, and then the end they do not give it to you. How it make you feel? Think about it. How do it make you feel when somebody make a promise and don't follow through to it? How do it make you feel? It make you feel bad. It make you feel sad. And it make you think of the person of being a liar. How do you think God feel when you do not follow through that promises? You can tell how you feel as a human being, but can you tell also to God how God feel when you promise Him all these things and you don't follow through it? How do He feel about it? You see, we have to compare ourselves sometimes and know that yes, it's God, but He still is a jealous God. Yes, it's God, but He's still a jealous God. He's expecting of us to follow through on our promises. We feel bad when somebody don't come through with the promise that they made. God feel bad too when you guys do not come through with your promise that you made to give Him your life. Because He's counting on us. He's depending on us to follow through also on the promise that we made on sick bed. And when He give you a second chance, it's not that you should turn your back on Him. It's that you should serve Him. Because that's all He's saying. I put you here for a reason. To try to remember, to try to think on your life. When you're in your sick bed, you recognize that all the things that you have been working for, or all the things that you have been trying to kill yourself over, doesn't mean anything than your health. Because your health, I would say, comes first. In everything that you are doing, your health is very important. Because you get all of these stuff, all of these things gathering. But if you don't have good health, how are you going to enjoy it? Now, God is the one that gives good health. God is the one that you can depend on for good health. God is the one that give good health. You can think about all the things that God do. He's the one that made the body. He's the one that can fix the body in the way it should function. He is the one that put the body together. So he knows what is good for the body. He knows how to heal the body. He knows how to fix it. But when he fixes it for you, and you make your promises on the bed, and you make your promises when you're sick, do you follow through it? It make God feel bad. It make him feel bad, just like when somebody promises you, it make you feel bad. It make you think that person is a liar. Just God thinking about you guys being a liar to him. You make the promise. Yes, God is always known, but he still allow you to make your right choice. He still allow you to give you a chance. He still give you that chance to make it right. He still give you that chance. Although he know, yes, that if he give you that good health, you may not worship in him. You may not depend on him. He knows, but he still allow his mercy on you. He still give you mercy. He still give you the chance to prove yourself. He still allow all these things to happen so that you can recognize where did you went wrong or what did you not follow through on. God need us to follow through on all the promise that we made to him when we are sick. Now we are healthy. We should give him back that praise. We should give him all the thanks for taking us through all the sickness on our sick bed. Some people, when they get out of their sickness, they give God the praise. But some of us, we just give him the praise for a little while when he takes us out of the sickness. We give him the praise for the little while. Just for a little while to say, yes, we are praising him. The days pass, the months have passed, years have passed. We change. We change from worshiping him. We forget what he have taken us from. We give him the praise first to make people see that, yes, we are giving God thanks for healing us. But in the longer run, we drift away. We forget what mercy God have on us. We forget that God have healed us. We forget where God have taken us from. We forget all of these stuff. But God is just telling you today, as a reminder, to remember your promise that you made. To remember where he have taken you from. To remember that he's still depending on you to follow through on your promise. And he's giving you a lot of chance to turn yourself over to him, to give him the praise that he deserves for taking you over your sickness. Don't forget the promise that you made to God. Because if something should happen to you and you should pass away, or something happened to you and you should be sick again in your sick bed, do you know all those promises that you said unto the Lord is going to come back to you? And it's not a must that God may have mercy on you this time. It's not a must. So right now, try right now to follow through on your promise, to give God your life, to turn everything over into his hands. He's still knocking on your door, telling you that you make your promise. What are you doing to fulfill those promises that you made? Yes, you made the promise and you're worshiping him and you give him that part already. No, he expects for you to continue until death. He expects for you to continue the promises until you passed away. So in the end, you will be saved. In the end, you will make it in. He's telling you, remember your promise that you have made. Remember your promise. For everyone that is out there, when God have healed you and he have taken you through all these sickness, just a reminder or just a recall Do you remember the promise that you made on your sickbed? God needs you to follow through. It don't mean you to follow through for 1 year, 2 years. It means you're supposed to follow through until you pass away on this earth. Follow through. God needs us to follow through on our promise, to keep it, and to worship Him, to honor Him, because He deserves it. He deserves it, and you know He deserves it. Many of us, the doctor write us off. The doctor said that we will not make it out. The doctor said, if you make it out, it must be a miracle. But God did take you out. God did help you to make it out of your sickness. He take you back from the coma. He give you that time to think. He have now take you out of your sickness and put you in good health. Do you remember? What are you doing? You made the promise that you will serve Him until you die. Are you doing it now? Are you doing it now? You need to take that check and think about what you're doing, because it's hurting the Lord. It's hurting because He bring us so far. And He need us to know that this breath is just lent to us for a time. Just for a time. This breath that we breathe, which is God breathing through us, giving us life. But if this breath should leave our body, we are nothing. So remember why you have life, why you make your promises on your sick bed, that God deserves it, the praise. You should worship Him. You should follow through on your promise, because God is still telling you, remember your promise. Jesus Christ loves us. He never wants us to be sick or feel empty, sad. He never wants that to happen to you. But there are times in our life that He would have to draw us up to make us know that it's just a time that we are here. And He is expecting for you to honor and praise His name and to seek Him and never let go of Him, and to continue with your promise that you made to worship Him, to honor Him until you die. Remember, He is telling you, remember your promise. And remember to like and to subscribe to these videos. Have a great time. See you in my next video. Take care.